So the Emirates Arena here in Glasgow, built for the 2014 Commonwealth Games. And what a legacy after those games, hosting the World Championships. And it's the second time that Glasgow has hosted these prestigious championships. And it's quarterfinals day here today. And we turn our attention now to women's singles and the reigning world junior champion, Chen Yufei, up against the former world junior champion and former world champion, Ratchanok Intanon of Thailand. Well, as far as the women's singles draw is concerned, quarterfinal stage, we've got 2 Chinese players and 2 players from India, so 6 different nations involved. We've got all the Olympic medalists. Busana Venkata Sindhu was the silver medalist. She's in the top half of the draw there. Nozomi Okuhara, the bronze medalist, and Carolina Marin in the bottom half of the draw, the gold medalist. So the gold medalist is playing against the bronze medalist in the quarter-final stage. So here comes Ratchanok Intanon, the number 8 seed against the number 9 seed, Chen Yufei. So, umpire Sutomo of Japan, Eric Dorosh of Canada will be the service judge.
Yeah. Serve.
So Ratchanok Intanon, one of 4 women's singles players to have won a world junior title and gone on to win gold at the senior world championships. She's the number 8 seed here in Glasgow. She is a former world number 1, spent 2 weeks as world number 1 at the end of April last year on the back of winning 3 Super Series titles in 3 weeks. It was the most amazing 3 weeks I think I've witnessed of badminton and consistency from this lady. Well, she had a bye in the first round, left-handed Yapre Chen from Malaysia in the second round, and then yesterday the number 14 seed Chen Xiaoxin from China. Very, very convincing second game in yesterday's third round encounter. Well, as far as her opponent is concerned, the number 9 seed, one of 4 players that started the tournament in the women's singles from China, who was seeded. She is the reigning world junior champion, won gold in Bilbao last year in Spain, born in Hangzhou, which is the capital of Xinjiang province. She's been in the final of the Swiss Open this year, so already success at senior level. But what about yesterday? Beat the number 1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, in 2 straight games. 52 minutes. If you were with us yesterday, you will have enjoyed that match. Not obviously if you're a Japanese fan, but for all us neutrals, I thought it was a terrific match. Well, this will be the second meeting between these 2 players. The only time they've met previously was in the second round of the Korean Super Series last year, and it was the world junior champion who won on that occasion in 2 straight games, 17 and 17 in 47 minutes. Now, when I looked that up this morning, as we look at our court officials that I was telling you about, I was quite surprised by the head-to-head, Steen, were you?
Yes, I was a little bit surprised, but having a look into where it happened and when it happened, it perhaps made a little bit more sense, because after winning those 3 back-to-back Super Series, I think Ratchanok has struggled with form, and she retired later on that year from the Super Series finals. Only played in 2017. The first tournament was the All England, if I'm correct. So there is at least some kind of explanation to it. But, interesting matchup here.
Yeah.
And the same dynamics as in the match we saw previously, where Ratchanok Intanon is the higher seeds, but the head-to-head suggests something else.
That's a beautiful angle. Well, if you haven't watched Ratchanok Intanon before, just watch the absolutely delightful movement, balletic movement, like a ballet dancer. Always seems to be in balance and never seems to be rushed with the overhead shots. She has wonderful skills and a relaxed, easy hitting motion that's so aesthetically pleasing to watch. And of course, in the sport of badminton, what you look like, it doesn't count for anything. It's not like figure skating.
There's some players that plays in a style where, to use an expression from football, the former German great Franz Beckenbauer was said about him, he always looked like he had at least 24% more to give. And it's a little bit the same with, for instance, Intanon here. Always looks calm and in control, as if there's a gear or two extra. Sometimes there isn't.
Would you put Roger Federer in that category as well?
Yes, I think so, when he's at his best.
Me too.
And perhaps one of the trademarks of really talented athletes, or talent who practice a lot. Again, played it long. Chen Yufei, when I say again, I refer to the last match where I was a bit surprised that Shrikant was able to put it long in that corner that was supposed to be the slowest corner on court. And another indication that the drift is not as severe, constant as it has been the previous days. Maybe it's just the adrenaline of playing for a medal.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes you overdo it a little bit, because you know that you can push from that side, that far side of the court. And you definitely don't want to leave it short.
It's gone wide. And of course, we were discussing yesterday, weren't we, Steen, about the fact there's only been one reigning world junior champion who has medalled at the World Senior Championships, and that was Chen Yufei of Chinese Taipei, who was world junior champion in 2004 and medalled the next year at the World Championships in Anaheim. So if Chen Yufei was to win today's match, she'll become only the second player to achieve that. Could potentially become the first reigning world junior champion to win the world senior title. Long way to go yet. I mustn't jump ahead of myself.
Still a way to go, and I was impressed by what I saw from Ratchanok yesterday against Chen Xiaoxin, because I predicted a much more close game, and wouldn't have been surprised had the Chinese won it, because I think they've been on an upgoing curve form-wise, these two Chinese youngsters. But big win for Ratchanok.
6-3.
The net cord. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's just delightful. Yeah. Coach is happy with that. Patapol Gunshishuk. Coach.
And look at that cross defense from the backhand. Really, really hard to perform well, but if anybody can do it, then it's this girl here.
Service over.
It's the second day in a row that Chen Yufei is playing one of the, in my opinion, 3 super technicians on the World Tour. Yesterday, Akane Yamaguchi. Today, Ratchanok Intanon. One of the differences is that Ratchanok has got much better reach than Yamaguchi, so it's not so easy for Chen Yufei to put pressure on her and take control of the rallies.
Service over. 8-4.
Do you think it might be the case that the emotional usage that was taken up yesterday by Chen Yufei, I mean, she will have looked at the draw, she would have targeted the fact that in the 3rd round she had to play against the #1 seed, and having achieved that, there wasn't a thought process and a preparation beyond that 3rd round, because that's the match she was targeting. And
I definitely think there's been a lot of emotional energy spent on yesterday's match, and then of course you try to regroup as good as possible. But again, she's beaten Ratchanok once, and in the head-to-heads she's the favorite in this match. But I mean, it was long ago, and forms could be different. There's again this push long. I think the drift is different than yesterday.
Yeah, that's a nice drop shot.
5-9.
Zhang Ning, Chinese women's singles coach, former world champion, 2-time Olympic champion.
Service over. 10-5.
Clearly long. So to the mid-game interval, and the former world champion Ratchanok Intanon with a 6-point advantage against the reigning world junior champion.
โอเฮไม่จำเป็นต้องเคาะลูกโด่งๆอ่ะเมย์ค่อยมาเลือกเลยตัดธรรมดาไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนหน้าไม้ตัดให้เห็นเลยแล้วก็ยิงลูกหน้าเนี่ยพอเมย์วางเห็นไหมพอเมย์วางปุ๊บเมย์ถอยเลยมันจะหยอดกลับแล้วเมย์ค่อยคืนหลังมันรอให้มันเข้ามาหาข้างหน้าเราก็ไป
20 seconds.
That's nice. What do you think Zhang Ning has advised her player? What would you have advised Chen Yufei?
Yeah, to try and take a little bit more control, play a bit more downwards like here, with good placement. It's a little bit out, just on the border of the reach of Intanon, but still with good marking to the lines. She's got extreme difficulties finding that baseline, though, and that could disturb the whole game.
Yeah, well, she's wanted this ball on the back line checked by Hawkeye. I thought it looked out, to be honest, but here we go. This is what's important. Hawkeye, yeah, confirms what we thought and confirms the line judge.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 12-6.
was the backhand defence again, wasn't it, Steen, that opened up the rally?
17-6.
That one. With so little effort, flicking that across court to the back of the court is amazing.
It looks so easy.
And it's not easy at all. Oh, yes, I like that. That's a good smash from
Service
Chen
over.
Yufei.
7-13.
Good skill.
Service over.
Perfect example that she's
14-7.
controlling the rallies, playing downwards from the beginning, and not really leaving Chen Yufei much chance. But she did something, Ratchanok, up to these World Championships that were quite different from anybody else of the top seeds. She went to New Zealand and played the Grand Prix Gold tournament only 2 weeks ago. I was surprised when seeing her there, because I mean, she had to cope with the jet lag from Thailand to New Zealand. That's about 5 hours or so, and coming back, dealing with the jet lag again, then going to Scotland, dealing with the jet lag of 5 to 6 hours again. It seemed like a gamble, but she won the tournament and got the match practice.
Yeah.
Service over.
Saina Kawakami in the final in Auckland. I know you were actually there, Steen, and I know from your comments that she was in good form and looking good.
Yeah, she won the tournament, and she looks faster here, and that's good. She was the only Thai player participating in New Zealand and was there with her coach, Patapon Gonzalez here in the picture. And of course, they've worked together up through her career. So I think they used that tournament to sort of fix things and get everything right after this long period since she won the 3 Super Series last year, where things have been sort of on and off.
10-15. Chen. Brown.
Amazing again.
Service over. 16-10.
It's the vision as well, Steen. How many players from that low down would have even thought about trying to play cross court?
So a vision, and also a way that she's been brought up as a badminton player. To, I mean, that shot have been missed so many times you won't believe it. And if you have a coach that's scolding you for not playing the more safe shot than playing the effective shot at that time, then you wouldn't be able to do it now as a senior player.
So you wouldn't develop the skill because you'd be told off?
So.
Yeah.
You would develop the efficient skills at that time if you're only going for the results.
That's absolutely fascinating to me, Steen.
Of course, expert advice all the way through her youth from a coach who was a national player himself.
Nothing again.
17.
I mean, as an opponent, she comes forward like that. I mean, I thought she was going to flick the shuttle to the back of the court, and she just sways her body one way and then hits the shuttle the other, blocks it back to the net.
And
11, 17.
There was some of the mistake, and if you emphasize the mistakes, then you slowly take away the players' urge to try something new, to try the exciting, spectacular shots. The real difficulty is to get it all together and make it efficient, to use it in the correct way.
But I can understand what you're saying, because basically if a youngster is given the freedom by the coach to experiment and see what shots are possible,
Encouraged to
and then
play.
once you've got those skills, you can refine those to make them more consistent.
Yeah.
But what you can't do is suddenly at the age of 20 plus teach those new skills. It needs to be developed over years when you're a youngster.
Exactly. It's very, very difficult to at a late age develop those skills.
12, 18.
Whoa!
13, 18. Brown.
Oh, yes.
Service 19, 13.
2 points away from the opening game.
Quite satisfied look on the Thailand coach's face there.
Yes.
Service 14, 19.
It's going wide.
Yeah.
Oh, she's taken it.
Service 20.
Well, on the point anyway, and with it, 6 game point opportunities. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Terrific play. Wonderful to watch.
21,
Takes it to
14.
an art form as well as sport. Ratchanok Intanon, 21-14 in the game in 18 minutes.
ฝั่งนี้ต้านลงพี่บอกให้แบ็คแฮนด์อ่ะเมย์เป็นโน้มเยอะพี่บอกให้เมย์ขึ้นหลังอ่ะแต่ขึ้นหลังโอเวอร์เฮดเขานะเมย์รอแบ็คแฮนด์เยอะ ขึ้นหลังโอเวอร์เฮดเขาโอเวอร์เฮดเขาอะโอเวอร์เฮดคอร์สมาหาเมย์เข้าแบ็คแฮนด์ไอ้นี้เมย์จะไปหยุดเลยเมย์จะไปสกรูลูกไม่ต้องเมย์ย่อตีหัวลูกอะตีขึ้นหัวลูกข้อมือตีขึ้นหัวลูกนะตีให้ลูกมันขึ้นแบบไม่เอาเลย
都上来了，你就挑着挑着。然后还有就是你发完球弄完球的准备一定要这样啊，打他是怎么样呢？从这个底线呢先拉，然后先吊，再去拉，拉完再去攻，还是要打一点，自己还是要不能太多的跟着他的节奏去打，啊，更加油啊！
So not for Chen Yufei to think about. Certainly Coach Zhang Ning wants her to be more alert, especially after her serve. Feels she's not really ready for the next shot. I can understand why that's happening, because you just never know what's coming from Ratchanok, because she's so deceptive. You can't anticipate.
No, it's really difficult. One of the things that they probably discussed, and not so easy to do ahead of the match, is that she should try and play like Wang Yihan, former Chinese world champion.
Won the title in London in 2011. And what do you mean by that?
I mean
what
that
style? What?
Wang Yihan is, according to interviews, the idol of Ratchanok Intanon. She feels that she was a great player, and that was because she had a terrible record against her. It was like 12-0 or something before she finally recorded the victory. But Wang Yihan, she was putting pressure on Ratchanok all the time. She was physically strong. She was able to retrieve a lot, and that made it difficult for the Thailand player. And I'm not sure that Chen Yufei has the same physical strength. Yes, yet as you mentioned, still a teenager. But you can't leave too much time for Ratchanok, because then she will dominate you. Well played.
Yeah. So that's the sort of rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not the, at the moment, preferred style of Chen Yufei. She likes to be more patient and rely on placement of her shots and so on. We saw that work very well yesterday against Yamaguchi. Ooh. I would like to see that.
I thought it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was way in. Hold on. I'll get my glasses. That's well played. That's also one of the things that I would advise to do. Play Ratchanok with the pace and pressure to the back court and then target the front court, because she seems to be a little bit slower, like we see here, on the front court than to the back court. The movement is a little bit easier. It doesn't require as much energy.
Disguised angled shot makes opponents late onto it. Late onto the defensive shot, as Chen Yufei was here. Yeah, there was almost a lean and a step backwards before she had to move forward.
She bit on that deception there from Intanon. Good shot.
Service 5-3.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect placement.
Yeah.
Service over. 4-6.
Finds the back line.
5-6.
That's great control from Ratchanok Intanon.
What was he thinking, Yufei, that it was out on the side, or what? It was in the middle.
Yeah, strange.
Service over. 7-5.
Yeah, that little backhand there, just guiding it in a downward direction.
Really good rally.
6-7.
It's the cross clear that changed the initiative around in that rally for Ratchanok Intanon. Thought Yufei tried the right tactical things in the beginning of the rally.
Wipe the court, please.
She won the world title in 2013, became the youngest ever winner of the women's singles gold medal at World Championships. Not the youngest ever winner of a gold medal. That honour still stands with Jang Ayok in the women's doubles in 1995 when she won gold with Gil Yang-ah. Her judgment and her control has been pretty much spot on today, Ratchanok.
Yeah, it has.
Well worked.
Yeah, that's good work. It seems like she's sort of, I wouldn't say weathered the storm, but have reacted to the changes in Chen Yufei's game plan and knows that she's got to be alert in her own defense, able to switch it to attack after 4 or 5 shots, and looks in control right now in this match. This is where I feel she looks a little bit late on those good drop shots. It was a very good drop shot, but there could be some possibilities for the opponents to exploit that on the front court.
Brilliant clear. Oh, goodness me. Well, the punch clear from Ratchanok was absolutely superb, and her opponent, Chen Yufei, played the most extraordinary backhand. Look at that. It's gone way past her. And then if you want to know about a perfect net shot, that was it. Brilliant.
Service 9-10.
Oh, well, there's a challenge here. I think it'll be a wasted challenge because I thought that was plumb on the line. But to me, Ratchanok just plotting and scheming her way to victory.
Yeah, I agree. But on the other hand, I mean, oh, here, let's see it. Yeah.
It was plumb on the line.
On the other hand, Yufei goes by the device, save what can be saved, and will it eventually put so much pressure on Ratchanok that she makes mistakes? That's to be seen
แต่ถ้าเมย์ถอยปุ๊บ
after
แล้ว
the
เมย์รี
interval.
ทีมนี่ถอยมาให้เรามีจังหวะตีเราจะเลือกได้ไปหลังได้วางได้ถ้าตัดที่บอกตัดฝั่งนี้ไม่ต้องตัดสั้นตัดยาวเลยตัดยาวๆหน่อยเดี๋ยวลูกมันดูดมันสั้นเองเนี่ยเดี๋ยวเขาเสียงว่า ถ้าสองเหมือนที่บอกว่าเราระบุอะลูกน่ะมาหาเรายาวๆมันไม่ย้อยอะมันจะพุ่ง
I think I perhaps ought to expand on plotting and scheming. I mean, the way she's constructing the rallies, I don't mean it in any sort of a detrimental way. I'm meaning it as a very positive thing.
She's building
Yeah.
the rallies extremely well, starting with the attack, then variating with punch clears and follow-ups at the net.
Yeah.
11-9. Break.
Dictating the pace, controlling the rallies, doing what she wants to do. 11-9.
Service 10-11.
Just shows the amount of deception on that cross-court punch clear, because very rarely do you see a player having to take the shuttle so late when your opponent has played from the back of the court. Yes, those little hold and pushes from the net, but from the back of the court to be that late, my goodness, it must be deceptive.
Yeah, and the difficult thing is to play it with deception and get the correct speed, height and length on it at the same time.
Yeah. Works her opponents. And that's nice variation on the final shot, going for the body smash. Oh, that was going out. This one certainly has. Yeah, she knows it too, the little tap on the head. Yeah, that was definitely going wide. Needed to play the backhand. Oh, well taken. Yeah, no wonder she's pleased with that.
And she's staying in the game, Chen Yufei, not giving anything away. She's making Ratchanok work for it and There's only 1 point in it, so too early to rule her out.
Definitely. Back level.
13 all.
I should remember that there's only 2 places on the world ranking that separates these two. Ratchanok number 8. Chen Yufei going up 1 place this week to number 10. And she has actually been a couple of places higher. That was careless.
14-13.
And that's exactly the thing. I mean, can Ratchanok play without these mistakes? Can Chen Yufei get so much back that she eventually wins this second game?
Yeah, well taken again, Chen Yufei.
15.
Well, this is a run of 5 straight points. Is this a change of momentum? I wonder.
Players.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Service 14-15.
It's a good rally. It's an important rally too.
Oh!
Behind the back. Didn't work.
15 all.
But both players, I think, sensing this is a critical phase of this game.
Yeah, it's on a knife's edge right now,
Yeah.
the match.
Well, we've questioned
16-15.
in the past, Dean, about the stamina of Ratchanok Intanon. I wonder if the physicality of this is going to
Yeah, and
come into the match.
that's where it hangs right now. Can Chen Yufei extend the rallies long enough so that Ratchanok will make a mistake? I mean, it's not like Chen Yufei is scoring a whole lot of points herself, but she's mentally and physically provoking mistakes from Ratchanok.
Like that one.
17-15.
Yeah, and counts exactly as much as a beautifully constructed rally with 7-8 fantastic shots. That one, it's 1 point each.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great backhand from Chen Yufei. But that's 2 errors in 2 rallies on net play from Ratchanok Intanon.
Service over. 16-18.
จับลูกได้มาช้าๆไม่ต้องรีบเสิร์ฟ
missed it.
Service silver, 19-16.
9 of the last 12 points going to Chen Yufei. Yeah.
20, game point 16.
4 game point opportunities to level this quarter-final at 1 game all. Yeah, she's done it.
Game.
11 of the last 14 points. And it's 1 game apiece. What on earth happened to Ratchanok Intanon then when she was leading 13-10? But all credit to this youngster. 21-16, second game, and he will be treated to a third and deciding game.
刚才你的起跳平高的速度非常好，这个球压得好，但是不要认为说，哎，我什么球都打平了，你先压的有了速度，让他被动往后再上往里，啪再去平推他，这样的整个的节奏是很好的。不要打乱说，哎，我什么时候都打快平了那种，不要啊！现在就是还是要你多打一些你的速度去压制住他，好吧？啊，其他的注意的就是防守的时候自己还是要加快准备就行了啊。他肯定会在这个方面还会加快这个进攻啊。你的发小球是不错的，可以这个发小球就是发球完了以后后场的跟住。
你ต้องขู่มั่งนะเว้ยใช่ไหมนะว่าจะบ้า
Well, she's got an awful lot to think about as Ratchanok Intanon seemed to be cruising at a game and 13-10. Well, we heard the advice of the Chinese coach Jiang, saying you've got to get ready earlier, and Chen Yufei managed to do that, and now the Chinese coach is urging her to keep that going, keep the pressure on. This is going to be a fascinating third game. I can see that Jiang Ning has gone running off the court, presumably to get some more water. Yes, she has. Running back down the side of the court, she'll leave the water bottles at the kit box. There she is, just dashing back to her coach's chairs. So, third and deciding game. Yeah, well played.
She seems to up the pace, Chen Yufei.
Yeah, that's nice. That looks what she was doing in the opening game and for half of the second game as well. Placement of the smash and the follow forward.
This could be a fantastic third game, in my opinion. Saw a couple of matches in New Zealand where Ratchanok lost the second and seemed tired and so on, but she came back, showed resilience again, and if she can do the same here, I think we're in for a really, really treat.
ready to pounce. You're right, Steen. I mean, I think that Ratchanok, she's still very young herself. She's only 22. But having won 3 World Junior titles, World Senior titles, she's been in 11 Super Series tournament finals, whereas opponents never got past a quarter-final of a Super Series. There's no question Ratchanok is far more experienced, and she needs to call on that experience right now. That's delightful. You see, when those work, it's lovely.
Yeah. But of course she's got experience, but also we're seeing Chen Yufei develop right before our eyes here, assisted by very experienced coach Jiang Ning. Because I mean, there's not many Super Series or a Premier Series where we've been commentating on where we sort of said, okay, watch out for the Chinese women's singles.
No.
We haven't really paid attention to where they were in the draw, but that's going to change. Excellent. Just hits the top of the tape.
Of course, no Chinese player has won a Super Series title this year. It's been pretty much dominated by Tai Su Ying.
Yeah. Amazing play by Chen Yufei. Perfect patience and counter-attacking skills. Starts out the first 3, 4, 5 shots by just retrieving. Then she gets in a little better position, takes over the initiative, and ends up winning the rally.
It's gone well long.
6-2.
Well, if you're a Ratchanok fan, these are worrying times. I've just been thinking, Steve, about the last time a Chinese player won a Super Series winning singles. It was the French Open last year, He Bingjiao. And He Bingjiao, of course, was beaten yesterday in a wonderful match by Scotland's very own Kirsty Gilmore. And Gilmore, the first British player in a quarter-final for 10 years, first ever Scottish player in a quarter-final of the World Championships women's singles. Oh, that's amazing. What a shot.
7-3.
She can do these cross backhands as well if you can read where the smash is coming. If she can maintain this level of performance, Chen Yufei, she's got a good chance, I think. I mentioned that I saw Ratchanok come back several times in New Zealand from looking mighty tired, but it's a totally different opposition she's facing this time.
seconds. And then misses. That's an anxious-looking shot. And the facial expressions firm the feelings. Yes.
Amazing that she escaped from that. Ratchanok, she was under a lot of pressure deep down in the forehand corner. Perfect.
Service 9-5.
Right idea, wrong execution. Well, it was 2 years ago at the World Championships in Jakarta that for the first time ever since China has been part of the BWF Badminton World Federation. That's gone wide, and it's a 6-point advantage as they change hands. China did not win a medal in the women's singles.
Yeah.
Well, it looks very likely that they're going to win at least one medal this time here in Glasgow.
先跟他熬住，知道吗？啊，然后整个的战术还是坚持起跳，后场要盯住。好，先熬住，你找失误，你就把球往中间打，效果是最好，对吧？还怕那个边上不失误，这样子比较好啊。所以你要起跳以后平高球，他的正手区这边还是要盯住了。然后呢，他的正手平高起来，他回给你，再去打回个那个正手区。
มันก็เสียไปสักนิดนึงค่อยๆไปดีนะไล่เนื้อตีดีแล้ว
For Zhang Ning, urging this lady, Chen Yufei, to focus on getting to the shuttle early, on those deceptive shots, focus on the returns. Which is interesting in itself, because she's not urging her to take command of the rallies.
No.
She's asking her just to focus on what's coming at her.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen, that she sort of lets Ratchanok have the first go at it, see if she can win it, and then later on in the rally, when Ratchanok realizes that she can't win it, then it's time for Chen Yufei to scoop the point. Fairly easy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ratchanok is coming back from this unless the situation sort of gets to Chen Yufei here, that she's about to win a medal for China.
I don't think it will get to her.
14-5.
No, the lead is so big now, so even if it gets to a little bit, I mean, you get really, really confident when you've got such a big lead. Then you just think it's nice and want to play a fourth set if the opponent is up for it.
Well, the run of points comes to an end, but those 6 straight points have really put a different complexion on this deciding game. Well, history could be created. It's always an exciting thing for sport, isn't it? We've never had a reigning world junior champion win a senior world title. I know she hasn't even won this quarter-final yet, but I think it's a matter of time, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think so too.
16-6.
And I know this is going to sound very harsh, Steen, but I'm a little disappointed in Ratchanok. Just seems to have capitulated.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more left in the tank. I think she's done what she could. And there were some really long rallies around 13-10 in the second game where Chen Yufei earned, it's perhaps too early to say the victory, but she earned this lead here in the third, where she put mental pressure on Ratchanok and said, hey, 7-8 good shots is not enough. You have to produce 10 or 11 to beat me.
Yeah.
And that's, in my opinion, the beauty of badminton. There's so many different ways of getting it done.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Mind you, we shouldn't forget what you mentioned earlier. All England, when Ratchanok was, what was the score down?
18-10 or 11.
Yeah.
18-11, I think.
Came back to win it.
Service 8-17.
Has to be now or never, as far as Intanon is concerned. Lovely.
She doesn't get to those shots on the front court. She doesn't get to the defense anymore. Ratchanok, she's been worn down by Chen Yufei.
Good judgment.
Service 9.
Last chance saloon. Gotta start making a move now. The former champion. She wants to get through this quarter-final. And it's a tall, tall order. That's just super, isn't it?
Service 19-9.
There's still a chance of an all-Chinese semi-final. That's for us to see later today, where Sun Yu is playing her quarter-final match.
It's PV Sindhu.
And she's got the lead head-to-head.
Service 10-19.
a signature rally. Ratchanok starting with control.
Oh, quite great. Good kill.
So not a signature rally after all, because then Chen Yufei should have changed it around. Signature rally for the first half of this match, where Ratchanok was indeed controlling everything.
Points, opportunities.
20, match point 12.
And a clear message to the former world champion: got to get in better physical shape.
Yeah. Yeah, only needed the one opportunity. And the reigning world junior champion is in the semi-final of the World Championships here in Glasgow. Only the second time in history that a junior champion, reigning world junior champion, will have medalled at World Championships in the women's singles discipline. That's how she did it. 14-21, 21-16, 21-12. In the deciding game in a match just a little over the hour mark. Well, what a performance by Chen Yufei. A new Chinese star has emerged this week here in Glasgow, dispatching the former world champion in 3 games. So as far as Chen Yufei is concerned, 2 days of wonderful badminton, and she's getting better and better. Well, Glasgow has a real tradition in sport, and of course Glasgow Celtic were the first British football club to win the European Cup 50 years ago, beating Inter Milan in the final in '67. But it's World Championships here at the Emirates Arena, 40 years after the very first World Championships. Well, next on court we've got another men's singles, and it's the Olympic bronze medalist Victor Axelsen against Chao Tianchen of Chinese Taipei. Well, Chao Tianchen may be the number 6 seed, but he's the new world number 4, and Axelsen is the world number 3. We can see that in the bottom half of the draw there's an all-Chinese affair with the 2-time defending champion Chen Long in action against the left-hander Tian Hao-wei. I can tell you in the top half of the draw that Lin Dan is a game up against Hong Kong's Wong Wing Ki. So could it be Lin Dan is once again defying age and managing to get through to the latter stages. Well, this is an exciting player, I can tell you. Chao Tianchen, the number 6 seed, the 27-year-old from Taipei. And a very strong athlete indeed. And of course, there was a player who represented Chinese Taipei in the men's singles who contested a final. That was Indonesian-born Fung Permadi in Copenhagen in 1999. Silver medal for Fung Permadi.